Welcome to the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So USC's offense will get the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
They'll go with a direct snap. He breaks a tackle. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we knew this offense came into this one wanting to establish the run. On their first 3 plays of the game in their own end, run, but they don't pick up the first down. Now, it'll be interesting to see if they continue running the football their next time out.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will take the field for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these guys are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
The margin for error is so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
We really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Trying to find his man on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Wood.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Getting some heat. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Buckeyes are on the move. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He's going to pass. Hugs it downfield. Finds a man in the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Wood.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. Rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. They're throwing for it on 4th down. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Fuentes. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pressure coming. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Makes the catch, but it's incomplete. A penalty on the play, and it looks like offensive pass interference. Now on 2nd down. Trying play action. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D-linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
And it's a little close, a little too close for comfort, but I'll tell you what, the quarterback's got to be aware, right? When they're taking shots, when they're throwing the football close to their own end zone, got to know where they're at so they don't give up the safety. Good job by the quarterback. I'd like him to get rid of the football next time, but at least he didn't take the safety.
And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these super commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking for a gap. It's Cherry. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down, they've got it at the 40. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Fuentes. Time to take a shot. And the ball is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And the Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Fuentes. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down. After the incompletion on 2nd down, it's 3rd and inches. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're bringing heat. He'll pull it down. Open space at the 25. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got some room into the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. He finds his man. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Troy. They'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Now the play fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. On the return, it's Graham. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. The offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Keeps it going. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. Third and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike. We've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. They're going to throw it again. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Trying to escape and get it himself. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Buckeyes are marching down the field. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
To the air, it's Fuentes. Coming after it. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And the quarterback is snowed under. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He's back to throw on 2nd down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? To the ground to try to move the chains. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick.
He's going for a big play downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They want to just keep throwing it. This one's complete.
And a nice job separating by the slot receiver on that in route. Man-to-man coverage, he put his foot in the ground and created a little bit of separation, and that made that play work.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll try to slam it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Got it back on 2nd and goal. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. Back to throw, it's Fuentes. They're trying to get... Touchdown, Ohio State! And the route is on. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On second down, he'll fire. Finds his man. It's Jordan. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Hey, listen, as a receiver, you're running that hitch route against man coverage. You can't loaf on it, right? I know it's just a little short throw, but you've got to make the defender think you might be going deep. So a nice job not just taking it easy on the play. He put his foot in the ground, he drove back to the ball, and made it easy on his quarterback.
The Trojans will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Back to throw, it's Fuentes. He'll pull it down and run. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Going downfield for the big play. And it's caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. USC 0. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. On second down, wants to throw it. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And the Trojans will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the returner is stopped. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He'll start this drive firing. Now he's going to break the pocket. At the 35, he's got room. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble, has another first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, and keep this drive rolling.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that...
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, the ground game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Trojans! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Trying to get to him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack.
He tries to take the top off. Pulls it in on the right. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. To the air on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Wow, well, the offense a play ago comes up with a big completion down the field, and they decide to go right back to another passing play to see if they can add on to it, and they were not able to protect the quarterback. Big missed opportunity.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's going to run it. On the move at the 30.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab well past the sticks. The Buckeyes brought to the ground, but not before picking up the 1st. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Dropping back, it's Fuentes. Feeling some heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Getting some heat. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. And the Buckeyes need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a catch past the sticks. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. They want that clock to run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the...
Touchdown, Ohio State! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Looking to move it through the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Looking to throw, it's Childs. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Unloads to the wideout. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. The Trojans send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That's where they'll mark it down, and the next snap will come from just inside the 30-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be up.
Looking deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Going for the big play. He's got it on the left. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Then they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. He wants to throw. Finds a tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Line getting set on second down. Looking for a man. It's Childs. Finds his tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job on the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
He wants to pass it on second down. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Bangs it through for an extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it.
USC 14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like